Hello everyone. Welcome to the Lightning Ball channel. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so and activate the notification bell. Your support fuels my continued efforts. Let's continue discussing the species in TenSura. In our last episode, we talked about elementals, so let's now turn our attention to another category of purely spiritual lifeforms, angels. When Veldunava first created the world, he formed the 7 angels of origin from the great holy spirits of light, which subsequently gave rise to the angel race. The angel race is divided into numerous tiers, starting from the weakest, power angels, followed by virtue, dominion, throne, cherub, and finally, at the pinnacle, seraph. The 7 angels of origin unquestionably belong to the seraph category. A seraph with great power can turn into a mystic angel by being exposed to an overwhelming amount of magicules, leading to a transformation into something distinct from the angel race. Examples include Feldway, Zelario, Abra, and Cornu. Alternatively, a seraph may fall from grace and become a fallen angel, such as Dino, Pico, or Gracia. What distinguishes mystic angels from fallen angels? The novels do not provide a detailed explanation. However, a clear visual difference is that fallen angels' wings turn black. Initially, there were only 4 mystic angels among the 7 angels of origin. However, in TenSura Volume 18, or Episode 81 of our reviews, Michael conducted a ritual in the Star Palace to have death men and phantoms compete for corporeal bodies. Through this ritual, characters such as Mai Furuki, Orcalia, Arios, Footman, and Tia also evolved into mystic angels, ascending to the level of the highest tier seraph angels. Opposing the 7 angels of origin are the 7 primordial demons, who were born from the great holy spirits of darkness. The demon race was derived from the 7 primordial demons. A demon begins its existence as a lesser demon, an insignificant being. After surviving and growing for roughly a century, it can evolve into a greater demon. Beyond that, demons with extraordinary strength may further evolve into the more formidable archdemon. Archdemon is the highest rank most demons can achieve. Only a tiny fraction of demons have the opportunity to ascend to the higher rank of demon peer. In the central world, humans generally believe that demon peer represents the peak of a demon's strength, and the evolution to demon peer is nearly impossible. However, there exists a rank above demon peer, the Devil Lord. Among the 7 primordial demons, only primordial Red Gi Crimson managed to evolve from demon peer to Devil Lord entirely on his own. The other 6 primordial demons achieved this evolution with Rimuru's help, completing what was otherwise an almost impossible feat. In addition to the standard evolution path, certain demons undergo unique evolutions. Most of these occur under the black lineage represented by Diablo. For example, the demons under Diablo's command were blessed by his evolution and successfully evolved into Diablo Chevalier. Moreover, Beretta, a subordinate of Ramiris, evolved into a unique race, Archdal, during its corporealization. Later, with Rimuru's blessing, Beretta further evolved into Chaos Dal. After receiving a grant of 100,000 souls from Rimuru, Beretta underwent another evolution to become a Caix Metalloid, also known as a holy demonic metal lifeform. Next, let's discuss the Degro brothers, who belong to the true giant race. The true giants are ancient beings born from the earth itself. We know that Degruel, Fen, and Glassword were once united as the destruction god Ashura. After being defeated by Veldunava, the entity was divided into the 3 brothers, Degruel, Fen, and Glassword. The giant race, modeled after true giants, was actually a creation of the divine ancestor Twilight Valentine. Though called giants, they typically appear as humanoids standing between 2 to 2.5 meters tall in non-combat situations. During battle, however, their bodies expand to many times their normal size. The 2 true ancestors of the giant race are Kazara and Basera. Giants possess the intrinsic skill magic nullification, making them highly resistant to magical attacks. The direwolf is a wolf-like monster species that usually acts in packs. After evolution, direwolves can branch into several subtypes, including black fawn, blue fawn, green fawn, red fawn, and tempest wolf. Direwolves operate as a collective consciousness, meaning naming a single direwolf grants blessings to the entire pack. In the TenSura story, Ranga, after receiving his name, evolved into a Tempest Wolf. He later further evolved into a Tempest Star Wolf and eventually developed divinity, transforming into a divine wolf, reaching the pinnacle of this species' evolution. The lizard men are a humanoid lizard hybrid species typically inhabiting wetlands. Upon evolution, lizard men can transform into dragonets, which are divided into two subtypes. One is those retaining more reptilian features, and another one is those becoming almost entirely humanoid. In TenSura, Gabiru and his sister Sauka evolved into these two respective forms after being named. Among dragonets, a rare subset can further evolve into true dragonets. In TenSura, the only individuals who achieve this form are Gabiru and Midri. Gabiru evolved into a water soul dragon, while Midri went even further, gaining divinity and becoming a divine dragon. The Orcs are a well-known race, recognized for their strong organizational skills and discipline. They play a decisive role in Tempest infrastructure projects and large-scale constructions. The current leader of the Orcs, Barrier Lord Geld, has evolved to the pinnacle of the Orc species, becoming a divine boar. The Mystic Fox is an extraordinarily rare species originating from another dimension. The lowest-ranked Mystic Foxes are known as Nigheads, which, despite being the lowest level of the race, possess tremendous strength. This race is extremely rare, residing in a territory called Spectre Village, which lies on the border between the Eastern Empire and the puppet nation of Jistav. Normally, Nigheads are fluffy and adorable fox-like monsters in appearance. However, due to assaults from the Empire, the Nineheads were almost entirely wiped out, leaving Kamara, who was rescued by Rimura from Clayman's control, as the sole survivor. Nineheads can evolve into Ninetails and, upon gaining divinity, can further evolve into divine foxes. Kamara has achieved this ultimate form. Kamara commands 8-tailed beasts, with Byaquin, the strongest of them, frequently appearing in the TenSura story. Byaquin also wields the mythical weapon Shinkobo. The Undead is a category of monsters with numerous subtypes. The weakest among them are skeletons and zombies, while relatively stronger variants include death spirits. Generally, undead are vulnerable to holy magic, with a few exceptional individuals. Humans who resurrect after death in skeletal forms are classified as wights. When wights evolve, they become white kings. In TenSura, Adelman achieved this stage and later evolved into a light soul skeleton, which, as the name implies, makes him resistant to holy magic. The Death Knight is another subtype of the undead, which can evolve into a Death Paladin and further into a Gehenna Paladin. Albert reached this highest form of evolution. Among undead dragons, death dragons arise when archdragons perish and are exposed to immense magical levels, reviving them as powerful undead forms. These death dragons can further evolve into Gehenna dragons. One example is Venti from Adelman's trio. Not only does Venti display great strength, but as revealed in episode 110, she also has a sharp sense of humor and is a self-proclaimed admirer of handsome man. Lycanthropes are hybrids of humans and beasts, sharing traits from both. They have the ability to partially or fully transform into their beast forms. Upon achieving divinity, lycanthropes can evolve into divine beasts. In the original story, Carrion reached this apex. Similar to lycanthropes, harpies are hybrids, but they combine human and bird traits. They have distinct avian features, enabling them to fly and excel in aerial combat. Harpies are territorial and deeply resent other races encroaching on their skies. Male harpies are extremely rare, and most newborns are female. To sustain their population, the few male harpies have multiple wives. When a harpy attains divinity, they evolve into a divine bird, the most notable example being Frey. The next is the rabbit folk. As the name suggests, rabbit folk are humanoid beasts with rabbit-like features, including long ears. They are classified as demihumans and inhabit the depths of the Jura Great Forest. Rabbit folk are essentially a weaker variation of lycanthropes and lack any combat abilities. Despite their frailty, rabbit folk have a couple of unique strengths. Firstly, they have bunny girls. For example, Framea, a character belonging to this race, represents the iconic bunny girl archetype. Secondly, they possess exceptional danger-sensing abilities, enabling them to survive in the perilous Jura Great Forest. Kobolds appear as hybrids between canine features and human forms. A notable kobold in TenSura is Kobe, who works as a merchant representative for Tempest. Kobolds are often associated with trade and diplomacy, filling roles outside combat in the world of monsters. The Tengu race, also known as the Long-Nosed Tribe, emerges when angelic beings without physical forms inhabit members of the Wolfmen tribe. This possession leads to their evolution into Tengu. The term long nose is metaphorical, referring to their heightened sense of smell rather than their physical appearance. Tengu's emergence mirrors the creation of species like the Tempest wolf lineage, stemming from an individual evolution that gave rise to an entire group. Hence, strictly speaking, Tengu may not qualify as a distinct species. Gozu and Mezu are demi-humans with the distinct appearances of a bull-headed figure and a horse-headed figure, respectively. Both races are intensely combative, and their warfare against each other has spanned over a century. Moreover, Gozu can evolve into Gyurki while Mezu can evolve into Baki. Halflings, also known as hobbits, are a naturally diminutive race. Their role in TenSura is minor, with only one known character, Tact, appearing. Tact served as the conductor of a band during the founding festival of the Monster Federation. Last but not least, let's talk about the Aggressor races. The Aggressor category refers to the three major invasive species originating from the otherworld: phantoms, insectoids, and cryptids. These species are notorious for their immense power and influence, often posing significant threats to the world. It is important to note that all three of these species, phantoms, insectoids, and cryptids, are semi-spiritual lifeforms. However, we've also noticed that when phantoms invade other worlds, they always try to possess the bodies of other species, which actually resembles the behavior of spiritual lifeforms. This occurs due to their split body skill, which allows them to send out split bodies to inhabit the physical forms of other creatures. As for insectoids, we've discussed them many times before. Essentially, all the power within the insectoid species originates from the insect lord Zelenus. Zelenus selects a female descendant as a queen, who reproduces to create increasingly powerful offspring. Zelenus ultimately absorbs the power of these offspring to grow even stronger. If an offspring surpasses the parent in strength, however, that offspring will ascend to become the new insect lord. As for cryptids, they are unique in that they are born from the magicules of the evil god Ivaraj. According to Dino, Kamara, of the mystic fox species, is technically a subspecies of cryptids. Currently, cryptid armies are invading the central world through the gate of the Heaven Tower. Cryptids differ significantly from phantoms and insectoids. Firstly, each cryptid is individually powerful in combat, and they operate independently and do not congregate as a group. Secondly, though they lack intelligence, they are extremely cunning and fiercely combative. Thirdly, they lack any sense of coordination, acting solely to expand their personal territory. As for Ivaraj, it is stated to have been born from unknown origins. According to Feldway's recollections, even Veldanava was uncertain about Ivaraj's origins. This was something I noticed when rereading Volume 16. The author intentionally emphasizes this point, with Feldway speculating that Ivaraj might have come from the far side of the universe or the edge of another dimension. Does this sound familiar? It's strikingly similar to the end of time and space where Rimuru was once banished. This raises an intriguing question: who else could be in the end of time and space? Feel free to let your imagination run wild. Alright, that's all for this video. While researching for these Slime Wiki entries, it's easy to uncover small details that were overlooked before, like the description of Ivaraj's origin. Of course, as always, my summaries may not cover everything, and there are likely details I've missed. If you have any additions or corrections, feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. See you in the next one.